Hey everybody, I'm Chris Seb with Sourcegraph, and today I'm very excited to announce a project we've been working on for a while now called LLM Litmus Test. And we're launching a whole new project for this. It's called Sourcegraph Labs, and Sourcegraph Labs is an AI playground for us to play around with some AI experiments for your daily coding use cases. So the first one here, we have LLM Litmus Test. You can find this experiment at s0.dev. That's the letter S and the number 0.dev. Here at Sourcegraph, we're very proud of the fact that we give you freedom of choice when choosing an LLM for your coding uses. So we get a lot of questions though, hey, which LLM is best for my use case? Well, that's what we're here to solve with the LLM Litmus Test. This is a tool where you can compare Claude 3 Opus versus GPT-4 Turbo. And we have the latest GPT-4 Turbo, the April 2024 version. You can add a repo and you can ask questions to that repo. And then the third thing that we do is once you add a repo, you can add Cody Context so that we can search that repo for any relevant code snippets to answer your questions. And you can find this at s0.dev. And here I'll take a quick tour around what we can do here. So let's start with a basic coding question. How do I use React's, let's say use memo. And I'm going to compare GPT-4 Turbo. And I'm going to do Claude 3 Opus. And I'll click ask here. All right, let's see who wins this race. I would expect that GPT-4 Turbo, the latest version, and Claude 3 Opus are pretty similar in their answers. I've heard Claude 3 Opus is a little bit better at answers. So let's let these run and then let's go read through them. Use a memo hook in React is used to memorize expensive calculations. All right, I expected both of those to get that correct. Let's see what their code snippets are. So here's a quick example. Here's an example of using it in a component. Computed value, memoized value, expensive calculation, compute expensive calculation. Seems pretty similar here. Some key points to remember. All right, those are pretty similar. So kind of hard to tell which one was better there. Let's see if we can get a different question here to see if there's a good indicator at who is better at what. So I'll add our Sourcegraph /about repo. And this is a GitHub hosted repo. This is our marketing website for Sourcegraph. And you'll notice that there's a button here called Cody Context. If we turn that off, we're not going to look through the repo files while we answer questions. If we turn it on, we will. So I'll keep GPT-4 Turbo, go back to Opus. Okay, so let's see if we can get an answer from both of these with Cody Context enabled. Where are my layout files? Asked the question there. We were able to read 308 lines in 15 files. Let's see. GPT-4 Turbo says you would normally locate your files in the components templates, layouts components. So it didn't really look through the files. Where, let's see, Claude 3 Opus, given the same context that we passed through from Cody, it looks like you were working in a React application. Okay, Claude 3 Opus got that correct. Let's see. Having the top from the code snippets, I can see that layout component defined in layout.tsx. You also have components like content section. So it looks like Opus, for some reason, was able to look through those context files that we gave it and provide the correct answer. So that's interesting in that comparison there. So one thing I'm also noticing is that Claude 3 Opus is a little bit slower. And they've said that in their marketing. Anthropic has that Claude 3 Opus is a little bit slower, but you get better results. So let's compare to see how Claude 3 Sonnet, which is they bill as their middle ground. So it's a nice combination of smart and fast. And Claude 3 Opus, their fastest tool that they have. So let me add recharts, which is a React charting library. And I'll add context to both. And let's say, or how do I add a pie chart? Well, let's go for a bar chart. And I'll just ask that. We'll add Cody context to both. Let's see how fast Sonnet is. All right, it got context. Sonnet right off the bat, just going straight in for the answer. Pretty fast, actually. Opus, where are you? There you are. Okay, so it has, let's see, x-axis, y-axis components. did the same thing here in Sonnet, gave you sample data again, showed how to use the bar chart. Maybe Sonnet's pretty good. Maybe it's good enough, has the speed. So this is a great tool for you to test which LLM is going to work for your questions, for your use cases. I hope you enjoy it. If you do find anything interesting when you're testing this tool out, definitely click share so that you can show other people the comparison, what repos you added, and the responses from the different LLMs. So again, this is Sourcegraph Labs. Our first AI experiment is the LLM Litmus Test. I hope you enjoy it. I hope this helps you out in picking a good LLM for your use case. Thanks for checking it out at s0.dev. See ya.